As a print-on-demand seller, personalization is probably one of the most powerful tools you have to stand out and make more money in sales in your own business. While other sites like Amazon continue to be places people do go to look for specific print-on-demand items, Etsy continues to be the winner when it comes to people knowing that they can go look for something custom, one of a kind, and make those special requests that you're not going to be able to do elsewhere. So if you are a seller on Etsy or you're thinking about selling on Etsy, not offering personalization is going to be a huge disservice to you, and you're potentially leaving thousands of dollars on the table. For a personalized item, you can easily charge $2, $3, or even $5 more per shirt or sweatshirt just by adding a little bit of custom text. And with these tips I'm about to show you, it should just take you an extra couple minutes per order. If you want to know exactly how to sell custom items on Etsy integrated with Printify, keep on watching. Printify, who is the sponsor of today's video, has been my choice for a long time for a print manufacturing partner to integrate with my Etsy store to make it almost 100% passive. If you haven't already integrated your Etsy store with Printify or another production partner, watch this video now and I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to do that, because you're going to need to have a connected shop before you can add these customized items. There are so many potentials and ways that you can use customization in your different designs in so many thousands of niches, but with wedding season right around the corner, I thought it would be a great idea to create a customized shirt for a bride-to-be. So let's head over to Canva and start making the design that we're going to work from when creating a customized product. Alright, so using Canva, I have come up with a design that says Mrs. with a custom layer of text that we are going to use to put the last name of the bride-to-be. There's also a place where it says established 2023. That is also going to be an area where a customer could send the year that they're getting married. So if they want this shirt but they're not getting married till 2024 or 2025, we will easily be able to change that date. So the important thing when you create your design, wherever you make your design, whether it's Kittl or Canva or another design software, you're going to want to make sure you have access and save this template so you can easily edit it. I'm just going to go ahead and save this template here, and then we're going to head over to Etsy. Unlike when you create other products that are going to be more passive on Printify, typically when you create a product to sell on Printify that is not customized, you are going to create that through the actual Printify website, and it's going to automatically integrate with Etsy. However, when we sell a custom product, we don't want it to manually get pushed through to order when a customer orders it, because we need to be able to have the time to edit a new design and re-upload that. So we're actually going to create the listing in Etsy first. So I'm going to go over here to add a listing. I am on my test shop right now that I often use. Using that design we just did, I created a couple of mock-ups that we can use here. I like to use Placeit to create most of my mock-ups for Etsy, but you can also just use some on Canva or find some free mock-up templates as well. So I'm going to go ahead and upload those photos here. Alright, so I went ahead and I uploaded this mock-up. You could certainly do more, even put this mock-up on an actual person so that people could get a better idea of it. Or you could even do some more examples where you actually filled in the last name and said something like Smith or my last name Ebeling. One thing I also did, and I think is a great idea, is I took the same mock-up, but then I just put a little bit of information on it so that people wouldn't miss that they do need to fill out the personalization info. There's always instances where people forget that they have to fill this in, and you'll get orders where you don't have any information or people put the wrong thing in the personalization. So adding more helpful text and images is just going to help you get less mistake orders. So I said include info in personalization box, which is going to be down below, and then I told them where they could add personalization. So the last name here and then the anniversary year there. Now we're going to go down and start filling out some of the info just as you would any other Etsy listing. Typically I use Sales Samurai to optimize all of my keywords and listings and titles on Etsy, so I went ahead and I looked at some of those best sellers in the bride and bachelorette genre, and I just pulled some keywords that I thought would do well, making sure to include the words personalization, customization, and custom here. So I just said personalized future Mrs. shirt with customized last name for new bride, personalized wedding t-shirt for bride gift, custom bachelorette tee. So you could play around with that and do your own take as well. All right, so to make this shirt on Printify, I'm going to use the Bella and Canvas 3001 just because I really love the quality of their t-shirts, and I'm going to use Swift POD to be my production partner. So I just went ahead and I started creating a draft listing on Printify because I want to make sure I have all of the relevant information that I'm going to use on my Etsy listing. So I went ahead and I copied all of the information about the product, and I'm going to paste that over on Etsy. Along with that, I also used some of that keyword information that I found on Sales Samurai, and I added some relevant keywords in natural text about my item to just help it rank in search. For a real listing, I would definitely bulk this up a little bit more and get even more specific on some of those keywords and words that I wanted to target. Now we are going to select which production partner. Because I've used them before, Swift POD is already here, so I'm going to click that they are my production partner. If you're using a different production partner or you haven't made a listing like this before, you'll just have to fill in that your production partner is Swift POD and say why you use them, that you use them because you don't have the equipment or the technical ability to make these. Now for the tag section, again, this is something that you can find on Sales Samurai, but I'm just going to do some relevant tags about personalized wedding gift, personalized bride item, custom bride shirt. So just fill that in using all 13 of those tags. After we did the title, we are going to make sure that we select the category. So it's going to let us add some different options. So we are going to add that it is a t-shirt, and then we're going to select the primary color. For this demonstration, I'm just doing white, but you could certainly add a few different colors. Just remember that the more options you have, the more time it will take you when you are going to put this order through. So I usually max out my products at about 4 or 5 different options. Now we are going to add the sizes. For this item, Printify has all the way up to a 3XL and down to an extra small, so I'm going to add all of those different variants. All right, so we have that, and then the sizes down below, we're going to be able to add those variations. And then I'm going to click prices vary for each size and then save that. Now for the price, I definitely probably would go and refine this a little bit, but I'm going to just go ahead and price extra small through large at $25.99, and then I'm going to add a couple dollars to those larger sizes just because Printify does charge a little bit more for those. All right, now we have all of those prices updated manually, and this is what is very important. We want to toggle the personalization on right here. And then you are going to tell the buyers what you want them to do. All right, so I put, please include the last name you would like personalized as well as the year. You don't want to click personalization as optional because then some people might leave this blank. This will just prompt them to actually fill this out before they submit their order. I already have the shipping information for Swift POD in here, so I'm just going to select that. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply no returns and exchanges, and then we will push publish. Now we can see how this item is actually going to look on Etsy when someone places an order. So you can see right here, it has the price, and then you will be able to select the size and then also say what you want it to say. So I am just going to say Smith and then 2023. And then the customer would add that to cart and then it would come through for us. All right, so when you receive a personalized order on Etsy, since you have not created this through Printify, it is not going to go where your typical orders were. So typically when you receive an order that's integrated with Printify, it's going to be right here on your Printify orders. However, when you receive another order that is outside of this, it's going to go in this other orders section. So we're going to click on that, and that's going to take us to where the other orders are. So once you get over here, you will be able to click on the order that you have. All right, so you will see that the order still has the custom text, and that is the product that is waiting to get made. So what we are going to do, we are going to take a look at the information that they gave. So we are going to look for what personalization they want, what size they had, and then we're going to have to go and manually create this order in Printify. Now that we have the order details, we are going to head back over to that Canva listing that we created to actually edit the design. Well, there are some methods that you can actually do a little bit of customization actually on Printify. I prefer to just do it all in Canva so that I can stay very consistent with the fonts that the customer saw in that mock-up. Even though you have to create an original listing for each order, it really doesn't take a lot of time if you have your template set up. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm just going to change the last name and the year as the customer requested, which was me, so I just put in Smith and then 2023. Right, so it is as simple as that. Sometimes with longer names or shorter names, you might just have to adjust the scale a little bit, but typically you're just gonna have to do a little bit of changing out that text, and then you're gonna go ahead and download it just as you would any other design. I like to download it with a transparent background, and I will slide up the quality to 2.5 just to give it more dots per inch when it does get reduced down on Printify. So I'm gonna go ahead and download that. So I'm going to go over to Printify and I'm going to go to the women's t-shirts to find that Bella and Canvas 3001. So we are going to click on this, and then I'm going to go down to Swift POD, which is who I'm going to use. And I'm going to click Start Designing. Now I'm going to upload a design from my device, so I'm going to click that here. And I'm going to import the new artwork that we created that has all of the personalization on it. That looks good. All right, and I'm going to click Medium because that is the one we want to order. I'm going to update that and make sure that the white is selected because that is the color that they picked. Now I'm going to save product, and then typically what I like to do is I'm going to change it to say something like personalized bride Smith shirt so that I don't get it confused with something else. And then I'm going to go ahead and save that as a draft. You don't want to publish that. All right, now we are going to head back over to our order so that we can edit the one that we just received. Now this order has all of the information, and it's going to keep all of the shipping information and everything else we need to know, including what they paid. But we're going to click Edit Order and then add a product to order. And now we can see that there is the new item that we just created. So we are going to select white, and it is the medium size. Now we are going to make sure we delete the one that says custom here. So make sure you're always double checking that it's the right one and you don't accidentally print the one that has the custom word on it. Now that you do that, you just proceed as you would normally, but those products have been switched out, but all of their information and all of their shipping details and their payment has all been saved in there. They should just receive the different product instead of the custom one that they originally ordered. Simply by adding personalized designs to your shop, you could potentially be making thousands more dollars every single year because of the upcharge and how many people are actually looking for those personalized designs very specifically. So if you haven't done this already, make sure you integrate your Etsy account with Printify. I will have their information linked down below. It's totally free to use and get started. It can take a few minutes and several steps to integrate your Etsy account with Printify. So if you want an exact walkthrough, I actually have a tutorial here that's going to help you do all of that before you can start personalizing items. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.